This is Riven Redemption, a series where we take a look at weaker weapons in Warframe and see that if, with the help of a decent Riven mod, they can be redeemed or I guess become sorty viable weapons. Can they close the gap between high-end weapons and low-end weapons? That's what we're asking. In this episode, I'm giving you guys twice the daily allowance of Daka. More feckin' Daka than any of us can contain. It's bursting with Daka, so you know what weapon I'm talking about. It is, of course, the Grakata and the Prisma Grakata. Both Grineer assault rifles, but what traits make these Grakatas stand out? Fast fire rate, high crit chance and status chance, which makes both of these ideal weapons to build for both crit and status. Their base damage is pretty low at only 11 damage, so they rely heavily on both crit damage and status chance. Recoil is also like a bag of mad badgers trying to escape, and it's enough to put some players off using these weapons. So when cycling a Riven mod for Grakatas, looking for one with crit or status on it would be perfect. If you can get lucky enough to have crit and status on your Riven mod, then that's awesome. You're sorted, you're set. You don't need to reroll that thing at all. But having just one of those stats mixed with whatever you're lucky enough to get on your Riven mod should be enough to make the Grakata a much better weapon. Because if we're being honest, the Grakata has never been a bad weapon, but it has its limitations and it has always been underestimated, definitely been underestimated. It does hit that wall in Warframe, you know, that cut-off point where it begins to stop dealing damage to high-level enemies and you start thinking, oh crap, what am I going to use now? But today, for this video, I rolled two separate Grakata mods 19 times in total. I'm not going to show that in the footage because that would just be boring. And I got shit luck time after time after time. I got minus magazine size, I got minus recoil with cold damage, I got zoom, and so many other terrible cycles to those Riven mods. And having to roll them that many times definitely reinforces my opinion that Kuva costs need some kind of cap, because it definitely spirals way out of control really damn fast. However, I eventually got my hands on a pretty decent Grakata mod with bonus stats like plus 40% reload speed, plus 106% crit damage and plus 134% overall damage. So the crit multiplier on my Grakatas is sitting at 6.5 times multiplier, and that is without hammer shot being equipped, so it's really damn good. And with the addition of these stats, it allows my normal Grakata and of course the Prisma Grakata to kill level 140 corrupted heavy gunners in seconds with and without armor. Of course, with armor is going to be that little bit longer, and they kill corrupted bombards even faster. In short, this mod definitely changes my Grakata a feck ton. But you guys can let me know what you think of the damage output of my Grakata that you're seeing in the footage. Is this weapon redeemed or not? Let me know. And of course, the Grakata and Prisma Grakata will still have issues. I see them as being close range weapons. Their recoil is too much for them to be as effective at range, but with a crit damage mod they definitely excel. If you're lucky enough to get maybe crit, status and minus recoil, then you've got yourself the perfect Grakata Riven mod. But before I go, let me show you the builds that I used on my normal Grakata and of course the Prisma as well. I was forced to reformer my Prisma more than once, so now it's got 8 goddamn former on it, and these are the builds. Of course, mods like Argon Scope, Bladed Rounds or Shred are all personal preferences. Whether you stick them in there or not is entirely up to you. The weapon's recoil may or may not be a little bit too much to make some of those mods as effective, but like I said earlier, that's entirely up to you. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.